Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday English Podcast, the podcast where we make learning English easy and fun. I'm Emma, your host, and today we have a super interesting episode that might just change the way you learn and speak English. But first, let me ask you two quick questions. Have you ever paused while speaking English, trying to remember a word in your own language, and then translate it in your head? And while doing that, have you ended up saying something totally weird or incorrect in English? If you said yes, don't worry. You're not alone. That's exactly what we're talking about today. How to stop translating in your head and start thinking in English. Joining me today is Ryan, an English language coach who's been helping learners speak fluently without fear or confusion. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Thanks, Emma. I'm super excited to be here and to talk about this topic. Thinking in English can be a game changer for so many learners.
Absolutely. So, Ryan, let's begin with the basics. Why do so many English learners keep translating in their heads?
That's a great place to start. So, when someone begins learning English, they naturally think in their native language first. It's what their brain is used to. Then, when they try to speak or write in English, they translate from their language into English. But here's the problem. Languages don't always match word for word. What makes sense in one language might sound strange or incorrect in another.
Right. I've seen this a lot. And this habit can slow down conversations, right?
Yes, exactly. Translating in your head takes time. It makes your speech slower. You start feeling nervous or unsure, and that affects confidence.
And I'm guessing it also makes speaking English feel like hard work instead of something natural.
Totally. And here's the truth. Fluent speakers don't translate. They think in the language they're speaking.
So, how do we reach that level, Ryan? Thinking in English sounds like a dream to many learners?
It's very possible, but it takes practice and small daily habits. I'll walk you through a few methods that anyone can start today.
Perfect. But before we jump into the how-to steps, let's quickly explain one thing for our listeners. What does it really mean to think in English?
Good point. Thinking in English doesn't mean you need to say full sentences in your mind. It starts small, noticing things around you and naming them in English. For example, you see a cup. Instead of thinking cup in your native language and then translating, you just think cup or I'm drinking water. That's it. No translation in between.
So, thinking in English is more about using English directly in your mind, even for simple things.
Exactly. It becomes a habit, just like how you naturally think in your native language without effort.
Emma. Okay, this is getting exciting. So, let's dive in. What's the first step to stop translating and start thinking in English?
The first step is start small, very small. Choose 5 simple words from your day, like door, food, phone, walk, and water. Every time you see them or use them, say the word in English in your mind. After a week, you add more verbs, feelings, places.
I love that. It feels so easy and doable. No pressure.
Exactly. The goal is to build confidence, step by step. The second step is to speak to yourself, in English, out loud or in your head, like when you're brushing your teeth or cooking. Say things like, I'm making tea. It's raining outside. I'm tired. These are short, real-life sentences.
Yes, and no one is judging you when you talk to yourself. It's private practice.
Right. It trains your brain to think in English without fear. Another step is, describe your day in English. Before going to sleep, tell yourself what you did. I went to work. I met a friend. We ate pizza. Again, simple and real, no big grammar, no hard vocabulary.
I can already see this helping people feel more natural when they speak. They'll stop that long pause of, wait, what's that word in English?
Yes, that pause will slowly disappear. Now step 4. Use English around you. Change your phone language to English. Watch videos or movies with English subtitles. Read short posts or signs in English. This gives your brain more English input, so it gets used to seeing and thinking in English.
I always suggest that too. And it's fun, because people get to enjoy content and learn at the same time.
Exactly. And one more step. Stop aiming for perfect. Many learners wait until they know perfect English before they try thinking or speaking. That's a mistake. Fluency comes from trying, not.
Emma, yes, mistakes are part of the journey. And honestly, native speakers make mistakes too.
True. So don't let fear stop you from practicing. Let me also add this. Use mental flashcards. For example, if the word apple comes to mind, try to remember three things. The image of an apple, the word apple, and maybe a sentence. I ate an apple today. This makes your mind connect words with meaning directly. No translation.
That's such a smart method. You're teaching your brain that English equals meaning, not English equals translation.
Yes, that's the main goal.
Now, Ryan, I want to ask something many listeners are probably wondering. How long will it take to think in English?
Great question. It depends on how much you practice. If you do these small steps every day, just 10 to 15 minutes, you can start seeing changes in 1 to 2 months. Your brain will feel more comfortable with English. But the key is consistency.
So, even if someone has a full-time job or is a busy student, they can still do it?
Absolutely. Use moments like waiting in line, walking alone, or doing chores. These are perfect.
Emma, that's so encouraging. No need for big lessons or expensive classes.
Exactly. Thinking in English is free.
Emma, let's talk about fears for a moment. What if someone says, I don't have enough vocabulary to think in English?
Very common fear. But here's the truth. You don't need all the words. Use the words you do know. If you don't know a word, describe it. For example, if you don't know the word pillow, you can say, the soft thing I put under my head. That's still English. And you're thinking in English. Mission accomplished.
Yes. Communication is the goal, not fancy vocabulary.
Exactly. And over time, you learn the missing words. But don't stop the practice because of that.
Let's also talk about emotions. Some people say they feel silly or awkward talking to themselves in English.
Yes, it feels weird at first. But it's like going to the gym. The first few times are tough, but later you feel strong and proud. And remember, no one is watching. You're just training your brain quietly.
Ryan, this is golden advice. I feel like learners all over the world are going to feel inspired after listening.
Thank you, Emma. I hope so. Because once people stop translating and start thinking in English, their fluency really improves fast.
Before we wrap up, can you give our listeners a 5-minute daily routine journey?
Ryan. Of course. 5-minute Think in English routine. 1 minute. Look around and name 5 things in English. Chair, bag, sun, etc. 1 minute. Describe what you're doing. I'm sitting. I'm drinking tea. 1 minute. Think about your plan today. I will go to work. I will meet a friend. 1 minute. Remember yesterday. I watched a movie. I cooked dinner. 1 minute. Say 3 feelings. I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel ready. That's it. 5 minutes. Every day.
That's amazing. Simple, short, and so powerful.
Yes? And after a month, they'll feel the difference.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for sharing all of this. Before we go, any last message for learners out there?
Yes. Please remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Thinking in English is like watering a plant. With a little bit every day, it will grow.
Beautifully said. And thank you, listeners, for spending your time with us today. If you like this episode, play English Talks for more friendly tips like this. Until next time, keep thinking in English.